Well, the forecast stuck. It's changed a few times from yesterday to today, but the rain's still there. Unfortunately, it's a little bit later in the afternoon than I had hoped for, as originally it was supposed to start fairly early in the afternoon and last a while. But now it looks more like a quick downburst later on in the afternoon, maybe early evening possibly, and possibility that it'll be in the form of a storm. So that seems to be the new norm. We don't really get long soaking rains anymore. Whenever we do get rain, it's usually a torrential downpour, like someone dropping a water balloon on us. But I'm gonna go anyways, just because I want to. So, a little bit different today. Trying to figure out how to do today's episode because it's actually quite a bit different than the previous ones. I don't have any external cameras with me at all today, and that's because of the rain. The off-board cameras I would have to put in a waterproof case, and with the mount on the bottom of them, it's more difficult to actually find a place to sit them where they're going to sit level. And with my Fuji, I've used it in the pouring rain before without an issue. It's an SLR. I've actually used all my SLRs in the rain. I've never had an issue. They're pretty weather resistant. You can't submerge them, but they pretty much hold off the rain pretty good. But the issue I have with the Fuji is it's got a fixed lens. It's more a bridge camera than a true SLR, but the problem is it's got a cheap lens on it. It's a dust pump, if you know what that is. So it's not really sealed. So there's a possibility that water or moisture anyways can get inside it and cause all kinds of moisture damage inside the lens. I don't want that, so I'm not bringing it with me today. And I don't have a second camera mounted to the Monster anywhere for basically the same reason. The mount that I have on it, I set up for an open frame, like the normal scooter cam. I actually have two mounts up on the roll bar. One's the open frame and the other one's the waterproof case, so if it starts to rain I just switch over. But they're permanently mounted. With this mount being set up for the open frame, I would have to alter it to use a waterproof case with it. And to be honest, I was just lazy. I didn't feel like doing that. So all I'm going to have is overhead cam. Well, that's just fine. But leaving later in the afternoon, it's probably going to be dark when I come back. So I've learned from previous videos not to wear my bright light hat because it kind of shows up pure white. So I'm going to wear my black hat today. But to be honest, it really doesn't make all that much difference. It still lights up pretty good anyways with the overhead light. So I did have a few issues today. A couple of them. One I kind of prepared for, anticipated, and the other one was just a dumb mistake, I guess you could say. But I'm not really gonna say much about that because I'm gonna have another episode later that deals with all the issues that I had. So I'll probably end up talking partway through the video anyways to explain a couple things that's happening. So, other than that, I'll see what I can do with trying to make it as normal as possible. So, here's today's adventure. Normally, when I come out here or go on any kind of bike ride, I usually buy a sub, something to eat, and the nice thing about the subs is it kind of automatically cut it in half, so you make a stop and you eat half of it, and you can stop later on when you get hungry or whatever and have the other half. Well, I didn't want to use all my battery power before the rain got here, so that's the first thing I did. I stopped by the pond here and ate half of my sub. So after a little bit, I checked the radar, and the rain that was kind of immediately headed this direction kind of fizzled out, but there's still more coming behind it, so I'm still hoping. See what happens. I really want to go up this hill. All the good trails are up on the upper part of the conservation area. The only problem with it is, in order to get up there, I gotta go up this hill. There is another one not far away, but it's even steeper than this. And the monster's not gonna climb it. And if I go up from the other side, the monster probably be out of control coming down here. It's pretty steep. The only other way to really get up there is to take the fire roads around to the other side. And unfortunately, the fire roads are really, really rocky and very uncomfortable. I don't like driving on them. Even when I had my car, I didn't like driving through them. They're ball joint killers for sure. Two things. I just got finished telling you that I didn't like driving on the fire roads, and here I am driving on the fire roads. I didn't really have a lot of choice in this particular instance because I wanted to get to the far end of the conservation area limits, which kind of brings me to point number 2. I had said that I didn't want to drive too much. I didn't want to wear out my battery charge before the rain got here, and yet here I am. I couldn't help myself. So this particular spot here at this gate, this is the farthest I can get from the entrance where I come in at the pond there at the lake. And on the left side of the road here is private property, and I'm not sure how far past this point down the road, but it becomes private property there as well. And eventually I'll end up back out at Grey Road 3 if I keep going. So unfortunately, in order to get to this point, I would have to come out this trail, and if I didn't want to drive on the fire roads, I'd have to turn around and go back down it. So I chose to take the fire roads. There are a few places that are hard-packed sand. They're actually not too bad to drive on, but most of it's pretty rocky. I just drive slowly, and it's a pretty scenic drive. So I still got a little bit of time. The sky's getting a little bit darker, so I know the rain's not too far away. But the last time I looked at the radar, I still got a little bit of time. So here's the satellite view. Here's where the pond is, where I come in, and I am right about in here. Right about that particular spot. So this is the fire road that I just come out on, and where the road split, if I turn to the left there, it's kind of like a triangle here, but if I turn to the left there, I go out this road, and this is really hilly all in through here, and just to the left of this little pond here, right about here, there's a trail that goes into the woods here. This is the upper trails up in here, and they're really, really nice for biking. They're not super steep. They're, I wouldn't say straighter, but I'd kind of like to get the monster back up in there, and hope to come back in the autumn, because all these deciduous trees in here all along the fire roads, it's just beautiful. So I'm guessing this satellite image was in the autumn because the trees had turned color already. So when I was at the hill that I wanted to take the monster up, right in here somewhere in this area, and get up over that steep hill, and there's kind of like switchbacks, and go back and forth up the steep hill, and you get up to the top, and then it's kind of level, and you come down in, and it's just, I want to get the monster up there. But like I say, in order for me to get up there, I gotta come all the way down here and out to get up in there, and then I can't come down this hill because it's too steep, so I gotta come all the way back again. That's why I haven't done it yet. So at the moment, I'm at the gate right here. This side of the road is private property, and I'm not sure how much farther down here. Somewhere in here, probably here, there's a trailer parked in there. It looks like a really nice place to live or camp. I'm not sure if someone's actually living there all year, because this road is not maintained in the winter time. But not exactly sure how much of this land here belongs to the conservation area, but for the moment, that's where I'm at, right about here, where the gate is. Actually, maybe over here, because there's the pond there, and the trail's on the left side of the pond, so I'm probably right about here. So at this point, I'm starting to hear thunder, so I know the rain's getting close, and dang nabbit, it's coming with a storm. So I'm not going to be able to drive in it, at least unless it continues raining after the actual storm part of it passes. So the only place I really feel safe out here is the outhouses. So I'm going to take shelter in there till the storm passes. Don't want to drive the monster in it, because with the roll bar sticking up in the air, I'm more or less driving a lightning rod. So yeah, park up in there. And unfortunately, this is where I made the dumb mistake. I put the camera into the waterproof case and turned it on, and for some reason it didn't record. So I'm pretty sure I hit the record button, but for whatever reason, it didn't actually work. So I missed the rain, and so the rain that we got was really, really heavy. It was torrential rain, and it lasted about half an hour, and I never got to drive in it, but the monster sat out in it while I took shelter of cowering in the washroom. So once I come back out, this is how it looked. Well, for the first time since I've been coming out here, batteries are officially dead. Now, I'm a little bit concerned. The Monster's external batteries are not scooter batteries, they're RV batteries, and I've never used their full charge, so I don't know 100% of how long they'll last. So, hopefully they'll get me home, but I'm not actually finished my activities here today. The funny thing is, I come out here to play in the rain, and that was the least of my activities. So I have a specific place where I'm gonna sit and take a break up at the picnic table, and the Monster just isn't gonna go that far. So I'm trying to push it up the hill, and there was so little power left, it couldn't even keep the brakes off. So as I was pushing it, was actually fighting the brakes. So shut it down, let it sit for a little bit, and rejuvenate the battery power a little bit, just so I can get up the hill. Then I'll get to the picnic table and change the batteries and decide what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. So after I get the battery switched over, I checked the radar and there is more rain on the way for tonight. So I'm gonna stick around. Problem I'm gonna have is when I go home, it's gonna be dark and my front tire is flat. The reason I'm not changing that is because I got a flat tire on the way out here. I only have 2 tubes with me. The front tire is not as important, there's not as much weight on it, so it's not a real big issue. But when I'm driving on the fire, I was just driving slower so I don't damage the rim with the rocks and that. But I don't need to change it. I want to save the tube that I have, the extra spare, for a back tire if I get another flat on the way home. So it's kind of unusual to have 2 flats in one day, but I'll be covering that later. I don't have any video of playing past this point because I'm kind of limited to how much capacity I have, I guess you could say. I get between 7 and 9 hours of recording time on the card that I'm using, which is really, really good. But I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to be going home. As if the batteries don't make it, I'm going to be pushing, and I want to make sure I have the time for that. So the extra playing I did in the trails after this, I didn't record, but I did record my trip home. At one point, I wasn't actually driving the whole time. At one point, I found a place to put the Monster where it's sort of semi-hidden, and I went for a walk. I went for a walk in the rain, which was kind of nice. That's what I normally, if I come out here on a bike, that's what I normally do. I hide my bike and I go for a walk. I don't actually bike in the trails at night. To do that, I would need my lights, and I've already explained that. So I tend to walk. But by the time I was finished my activities here tonight, I was close to the far end of the conservation area. So rather than spending all that extra battery power to come all the way back to this end to go home, I'm gonna take the fire road out to Grey Road 3 and go home that way. It's closer anyways, and by the time I was ready to go, my low battery warning was already beeping for the external batteries. Second set, So, advantage of going that direction, aside from saving the extra power coming back this way, is there's only one place where there's really a hill. There's a bridge that goes over a river, and you go uphill, it's pretty steep, and then the bridge is flat, and you go uphill after that again. It's actually not too bad. That's the only real hill. The rest of it's pretty... It's still uphill, but it's not steep. So, batteries are low at night with all my lights on, including my overhead light and flat front tire. it'll be interesting. So I'll be covering that in a future episode as well. I'll let you know what happened with this. So, even though I didn't really get to do a whole lot of riding in the rain, I still had fun. I enjoyed this trip. Aside from the bugs, which were absolutely insane today. I'm sure you spotted me swatting at them a few times during the videos.